Hey everybody, it's me, Mattspurs, and welcome to another Tottenham Hotspur video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button to get more content and more videos about your favourite team, Tottenham. Or if you're not a Tottenham fan and you want to know more about Tottenham Hotspur this season, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. I will be giving you updates as regularly as possible regarding news, previews, and after-match thoughts. Like I said in today's video, I'm going to give you a preview of our first match of the 2021 Premier League season against Everton at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And it's a good game to start with because I believe Spurs have a fantastic record against Everton. I cannot remember us losing against Everton for a while. Last season, obviously, we won 1-0 in one of the games after Project Restart. And then we had a 1-1 draw, one of Maurizio's last games. And I always remember the 6-2 the season before last. And we won 4-0, I think, the season before that. So we've had some good victories against Everton. I think there's been a couple of draws in there as well. But I cannot remember us losing against Everton. And so that's why I go forward to this game thinking that we will probably win as well. I don't think it will be a fantastic victory. I think it will be a pragmatic victory, maybe 2-0, 2-1 win. Team news ahead of the match. Japhet Tanganga is out of the game. He hasn't played any pre-season match at all, and I don't think I've seen him actually in any training at all. He's still injured from the end of the previous season. One person who hasn't been involved in any of the pre-season matches is Giovanni Lo Celso. However, according to Jose Mourinho, he will make a very late decision on the fitness of him. And I guess the best we can hope for in regards to him, because he hasn't played any part of the pre-season friendlies, is maybe he will be on the bench. I think that's probably the decision that they will make, whether they will put Gio on the bench or not. But in regards to everyone else is fully fit. I think the only other worry we had was Harry Winks, but I've seen pictures of him training. He did have to pull out of the England squad for the match against Iceland and Denmark, but he's back training again. And Joe Hart, Matt Doherty, and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg are all in line to make their debuts. However, I only think 2 of them will. I expect Joe Hart to take a place on the substitutes bench. In terms of Everton have signed 3 players to bolster their midfield. I think last season a lot of people felt that the attack of Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison was pretty good, but the midfield not so great. And I think Carlo Ancelotti has kind of resolved that problem, signing Abdoulaye Doucouré from Watford. Good midfielder. I highly rate him. Alan from Napoli, who I think he's coached before. I don't really know a lot about him. And of course, James Rodriguez, who played under Ancelotti at both Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, comes in with big name status. Maybe a lot of Everton fans expect him to do well, and maybe he will, but I'm surprised no other clubs went for him. But I guess we haven't really heard a lot about him for a while, so maybe he's not the same James Rodriguez as what we saw in the Brazil World Cup. I think, how many years ago was that now? 6 years ago, maybe. 2014, I think, the Brazil World Cup was. So he had a good Brazil World Cup, but not really heard a lot from him since. Marcus Holgate is also out of the game as well, who was probably one bright spark for Everton's defence last season. I still think Everton could improve in that department. I expect Everton to have Jordan Pickford in goal, England's number 1, but not the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. And then I'm expecting a midfield of a defence of Seamus Coleman, Yerry Mina, Michael Keane. I don't rate him at all. And Lucas Digne. Lucas Digne, I like the sight of him. If I was a Tottenham manager, I would probably be looking for a new left back. That's the guy I would be going for, Lucas Digne. So he is one of my men to watch. In midfield, a lot of people are saying, obviously, they've got Andre Gomez and Fabian Delph, but I don't expect them to play. I think he'll probably play in the new players. Probably Doucouré will come in with Allen. They both play central midfield. And then the front three, probably Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, and James Rodriguez. It's not the easiest side to play against in the first game, but what I would say is it's the first game for all of the new players at Everton. So we'll see. But anyway, that's what I predict. And I think looking at other journalists and other sources, they've also predicted the same lineup. In terms of Spurs, this is my Spurs predicted lineup. Hugo Lloris in goal. I think Doherty will make his debut at right back. It will be Toby Alderweireld and Eric Dyer centre backs. Ben Davies will be left back. In midfield, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg will definitely make his debut. I think it's a toss-up between Winks and Sissoko, who partners him. I think it's probably going to be Winks, but we'll see. I hope it's Winks. I like Winks. And then in the attacking midfield positions, we're going to have probably Son, Dele, Lucas. I'd like to see Bergwijn instead of Lucas, but Jose, I think, likes Lucas. So I think it will be Son, Dele and Lucas, and Kane up top. Bergwijn on the bench, and Ndombele will be on the bench. Lamela will be on the bench probably. Sanchez on the bench. Joe Hart will probably be on the bench. And I guess I'm going to put Serge Aurier on the bench as well. Serge will still be here. So that's my predicted lineup. What do I think the score will be? Like I said to you before, 2-0, 2-1. First goal scorer, if you want to bet, Dele Alli. I'm going for a Dele Alli first goal. I don't know, I really want to bet that. So if you are a betting man or betting woman, then go for Dele Alli first goal scorer against Everton on Sunday. Please leave your predicted results in the comments below, and if you agree with what I said, let me know, and if you disagree with anything, then let me know as well. This is the first game of the season, so it's really hard to predict what's going to happen. But what I want to see is what I've seen in the All or Nothing documentary. I want to see pressing from the front. I want to see Son, Kane and Lucas and Ali press the ball in the front. I want to see Dyer and Alderweireld more confidence, more aggressive in defence. I want to see Matt Doherty on the right wing, keeping the crosses in and not giving away shit penalties. And I want to see Højbjerg bossing that midfield, picking up the loose balls, recovering possession and playing it into wings who can play it forward. I want to see aggression, I want to see fight, I want to see win. I want us to go into this game and think we're going to win this game. And I think that's what we're going to do. Come on, you Spurs.